Now, the World Bank, in its latest Nigeria development update released today, has lauded the country's progress in stabilizing the economy through policy reforms, but says more needs to be done to ensure the gains translate into better living standards for all citizens. Titled From Policy to People, Bringing the Reform Gains Home, the report notes progress in economic growth, domestic revenue mobilization, monetary policy, and external balances, while underscoring persistent challenges such as high food inflation, widespread poverty, and the structural barriers that constrain inclusive growth. And to address these challenges, the report identifies three urgent priorities, which are tackling food inflation by removing trade barriers and addressing structural bottlenecks, improving the efficiency of public spending, and expanding social protection, including regular cash transfers for the ultra-poor and a shock-responsive safety net system.
In 2025, we estimate that 139 million Nigerians live in poverty. So the challenge is clear: how to translate the gains from the stabilization reforms into better living standards for all Nigerians.
What the World Bank showed us in its NDU is that, in fact, the states are spending much of the extra revenue they are getting on development, on capital projects. And I think that is kudos to them. We will encourage them to be even more efficient with their spending that touches the grassroots, because they are the ones at that level. And when we look at 139 million Nigerians in poverty, that is the number one metric that we must aim at.
Report's outlook for Nigeria's economy is cautiously optimistic, with growth projected to accelerate modestly from 4.2% in 2025, which we have surpassed, to 4.4% in 2027, driven by services and supported by agriculture and the non-oil sector. Now, at this point, let's take a look at the markets. The Nigerian equities market actually displayed remarkable performance at midweek, securing its third consecutive bullish session. This sustained positive momentum generated a substantial windfall for investors, with a 459.43 billion gain in total market capitalization, as we can see, pushing the valuation of 22.43 trillion naira. And looking at the numbers, while it is a gain of 0.50 for the Nigerian market, the South African market, talking about the JSE top 40 stocks, appreciated by a whopping 1.52%. This is actually the highest in the period under review. Talking about in the last 3 months, if I would say, having this value of 103,890.00 basis points. The same cannot be said for the Tunisian market, where the Tunisian Tune Index is actually down at the end of trading today by 0.19%. But this shows a signal where investors can actually go to invest in this, because remember that Ethiopia has an airline that is thriving. Well, in a way, you might consider this as to keep thinking and investing wisely.